We are ready. We are live.
All right.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. Good morning and good afternoon, wherever you are joining us from around the world. And welcome to another episode of DMI Show. DMI Show, it's as usual, a show for small business owners, marketers, as well as people that are looking forward to learn more about digital marketing. So you are welcome to another episode of DMI Show. And today we're going to be looking at, of course, we've had part one of this section before, and because of a little bit of technical issue, so we were not able to complete it, and that's where we are having the um that's why we are having the second edition of it today. And live with me is our host, Success Olagboye. So today we're going to be looking at the second version of how to writing for feature snippets. So what are those things? What are strategies? What are tips? What are best practice out there for you to get your article feature on? I mean, to get your article down there to the feature snippets. Feature snippet is actually, technically referred to as position zero in search. They believe that feature snippet is not Google first page, it's not second page, it's not even 100 page. It had it's at the position zero of the search. And if your article could actually feature on position zero, I mean, that means that you are doing something wonderful. You are doing great, and anything you are doing to get your article down to position zero in search, definitely you should keep on to that. So, but on this session today, I believe it's going to be mind blowing. I mean, because success is always come here with another new tools, new practice, new idea for us. So, are you still there, success?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay, great. So, and live here today is our host, Success Olagboye, and why I'll be, managing the session today. As usual, my name is Abib Abdulrauf, and this podcast webinar is actually sponsored by DMI Digital Marketing Agency. So quickly, I will be, I mean, handing over the mic to our guest to introduce himself quickly and to run us through what feature snippet is and why is it necessary, really.
Okay. Thank you again for having me on the platform. And I believe today there won't be any technical issue. We'll have a free flow today. Okay. Yeah. Feature snippets, as we said the other time, that feature snippets are just they are like an excerpt from a page content. So yeah, number one, a feature snippet is a direct question to a search user query, but via feature snippets, a user can access the answer to a query without the need to click on that site or on that page. So a user can access a direct answer to his or her query without any need to visit the site. So and picture snippets come in diverse form. They can be in paragraphs, can be in as an image, as a video, and as tables, as listicles. So they appear in diverse format. So all the summary is just that feature snippets are a direct answer to a search user's query without the need to visit the page where the content is located. That's
Great.
it.
So success, what does it mean for a SEO writer to get, its article feature on feature snippet? What does that mean? I mean, what does it mean to our company? What does it mean to their branding?
Okay. Definitely. I think in the last time we had this session, I gave some statistics about the power of feature snippet, and I mentioned that a page that has a site that has a lot of feature snippets, they have their site ranking for a lot of feature snippets, they have the potential to increase their ROI by over 850%. Come on, that's big. So, and also feature snippet, according to recent stats by firstpage.com, feature snippet has a click-through rate of 8.6%. So that means that a, a page with feature snippet has the potential to have a click-through rate of 8.6%. Now, for a page that ranks on the feature snippet, come on, that's a big win, number one, because you are at the forefront of the search results. You get me? So, and definitely, if a user can have his or answer answered via the feature snippet, the user can there maybe later click on the page, that is, visit the page to find out more information related to, for example, if I have a content, if I'm maybe I'm looking for I search on Google maybe what is SEO, and search results present a feature snippet of the definition of SEO. Definitely, if I need more answers or I have more questions, I believe that any site that can provide a distinct answer on the feature snippet, we also have other information that I need around that topic. So I believe personally, I believe that the potential that a feature snippet has is even higher than page than site ranking on the fourth, fifth, as in ranking as position number 3, 4. I believe that because if the feature snippet can provide direct answer, people can later click on the page to find out more about that topic. So a site that have a lot of feature snippet, it's a big win. I tell you, it's a big win. And I believe beyond the normal statistical click-through rate, there is more potential for higher click-through rate ranking on feature snippets.
Cool. Success. Does it mean that okay, instead of us, focusing on a, on page, off page, technical, for us to
Okay.
feature, you know, quote and unquote, on the first page of Google, right?
Okay.
Does that mean that we should be focusing our effort towards gaining feature snippets instead of you know ranking on the first page of Google?
Okay. I need to understand something, that you can't you can't maneuver the search engine. That's it. You can't rank on the feature snippet if you are not on the first page.
Hmm.
You get me? So that's number one thing. So Google will not present trash to people on the feature snippet, because they want the best. They want to present the best information. So if you don't follow the standard white hat SEO strategy, there is no way you can even appear on feature snippets. So it's just like saying that you want to get to the edge of a ladder without climbing from the bottom. That's not
Hmm.
possible. Do you want
It's not
to?
possible.
Are you Superman? Are you Spider-Man? Are you Batman?
Not
So
possible.
it's not possible. This SEO, on page, off page SEO, they are standard SEO practices that you need to have them before you can get on featured snippets. So it is a necessity. You can't bypass the process. That's it. So for example, also if you check the people also ask segment, if you click on an answer to, for example, if you click people also ask segment on search results, if you click on one of the answers there, you find out that the link or maybe the answer that has been provided, you will find that maybe the article is ranking as number 3 or number 4 or number 5. So if you don't follow the normal SEO practices, the white house SEO practices, on page and off page SEO practices, there is no way you can even get on the feature snippet. Google doesn't present trash to its user. So you have to follow the
Right.
standard to even get the best.
Right. Great
Yeah.
one right there. So I could remember in the first episode, in the first part of this episode, because there is a, I
Okay.
mean, if you are watching us, you should go back and watch the first part of this for us to understand what we are, to connect the dots together. So you
Mm.
show us some of the article, you wrote on keyword.com that actually feature on feature snippets, right? So could you shed more light into what are the things that you do? Because I believe that there are a lot of article on API for SEO, right?
Yeah.
Right. So I believe that there are a lot of article out there. I mean, what are those things do you do? I believe SEO is not as complicated as people see it, but because it takes time, because it takes oh, sorry, blessing. Sorry. So I believe your network will get better. You can try to leave and join again so that you can hear us. So, as I was saying, SEO is just that you have to follow the what Google says you should do and avoid what they say you should not do, right?
Mm.
So,
Yeah.
could you share more light into what are those things that
Yes.
you do? What are those practice? What are little things that you implemented to that article for it to rank on
Okay.
the feature snippets? Could you throw more light into that?
Now, the first thing I did, definitely number one, we start with keyword research. We understand the keyword, we know the potential. Actually personally, coupled with my manager, we delve into um the keyword research, trying to understand, trying to find out keywords, potential keywords that we can rank for. So definitely it can be a keyword with low keyword difficulty or low search volume, but has high potential. So number one is keyword research. So understand you need to understand the kind of keywords you need to use. So and that was the first thing we did. So we started with the keyword research. We the goal was to optimize the content around those keywords. So that was the first thing. Now the next thing, and that was my major task, because definitely I'm to write the article. So the next thing I did was to understand the search intent behind the topic. Because if I don't know the search intent, which is Google's search intent, is one of the primary ranking factors on Google. So if I don't know the search intent, I won't be able to create the content to the taste or to the want or desire of the users. So I started, the next thing I did was to delve into the search, understanding the search intent. So I actually analyze the people also have segment of Google on that topic to understand what people are looking for. And also, I think I shared in the last session that I also use tools like Answer the Public, people also ask.com. I use these tools to get questions people ask around my target topic, around my primary topic. So once you do this, you understand number one, the keyword research, you understand the search intent, which is primary. So after doing this, the next thing to optimize for feature snippets, I was able to carve out a distinct question around that topic. Definitely still based on search intent, a distinct question under that topic, and I provided a direct answer to that question from the first sentence. I think, for example, I created an article on how to best SEO APIs for marketers. So definitely, I started with what is an SEO API. So and that is really, that is one of the things, that one of the questions being asked on that topic. So I provided a distinct answer with further information on that question, and there it was, and it went. So number two, for example, the second one of the articles also I wrote for them, how to find your top SAP competitors. Now what I did was that I provided, before I explained the strategies, I listed out all the strategies to find your top SAP competitors. So Google was able to carve that out and pasted it on the feature snippet. And lest I forget, another way to be fit to rank for feature snippet is to analyze your competitors. Yes, analyze your competitors. And what do I mean? I mean, you study the top, not your competitors in the market, your SAP competitors, that is those that that are competing for that keyword on search engine result page. Now you now try to implement or provide a value that they maybe they are missing gap. Understand the missing gap of your competitors and delve in. For example, a feature snippet on maybe how to find the top SAP competitors. When I analyzed all, I found that none of them listed the points before explaining. You get that? And I know that to rank on feature snippets for that kind of topic, you need listicles. You get it? So
Right.
all of them just delved into number one, explain, number two, explain, number three, explain. So Google, there was one way Google was able to scrap out the point. So I understood that. Then I started by listing out those points before I explained, and boom, it went. So the first thing, the keyword research, understand the search intent behind the topic, and also analyze your competitors. Know the missing gap, and just just shoot your shot via the missing gap, and you get the boom. So, but the major thing is to understand, get direct questions, direct questions based on search intent, and provide direct answer based on the question. I told you the other time that there are some questions that you provide the answers as listicles, some you provide them in just short paragraphs, some can be an image, some can be an infographic, some can be a video, and with that you can be featured on the featured snippets. That's it.
Great, 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 great. Thank you very much. That's a great, premium tip right there. If you are just joining us, please let me know. Let us know where you are joining us from, your name, and where you are joining us from. Just type it in the comments so that we can give you a shout out. So, key points. There are some key points that you mentioned. You mentioned keyword
Okay.
research as one of some of the strategy that you implemented for your article that rank on feature snippets. You also mentioned
Okay.
search intent. Then you mentioned competitor analysis. Then you try
Yeah.
to, when you are doing competitor analysis, out and you try to cover up that on your article,
Yeah.
right? So
Yes.
I believe that people know a little bit about keyword research. Could you speak more, shed more light into what exactly you did? What are those steps? When you are carrying out your
Keyword research.
uh no no when you are at the stage of search intent, how do you go
Okay.
about your finding search intent keywords and all of that?
Okay. Now, definitely you understand that search intent, definitely search intent is should be a primary factor in even your keyword research. You don't want to scrap out keywords that are not relevant to the topic. So that's the basic thing. Now, one of the best way I use to understand, to get keywords based on search intent. Number one is to analyze the search results, analyze the search result features, and features like people also have segments. Now, people also have segments. We definitely, Google's people also have segments. We provide questions related to the topic. You can't type in what is SEO, and in the people also ask segment, you see how to buy a car. It's not possible. So the questions in the people also ask segment will be direct questions of your primary topic that you're actually making a search. You get me? So
Right.
I scrap out those questions. I also move to the related searches at the bottom of the search results.
Search.
Now, these
Okay.
related searches, yeah, these related searches are relevant keywords to the topic that you searched. So from there, I'm able to scrap out a lot of keywords to target based on search intent. Another way to do that, I do this, is also to analyze my competitors' keywords on that topic. So I get, for my competitors, I get a lot. You can use tools like Ahrefs is one of the best tools I use. Ahrefs and SEMrush, one of the best tools to use to get your competitors' keywords. Definitely, for someone that will rank on the first page, second page, that means the person has actually danced to the tune of Google. So that means the site has actually optimized some keywords that are relevant. So you can beat the Badu and fly over the Odoo by just going to those competitors and scrap out their keywords, and you get a lot. That's a very simple way.
Great, great. As I've said earlier, keyword, feature on getting your article feature on feature snippets is not something as technical as or as harder
Yeah,
as people think. If you could do, if you could follow the standards as our speaker is sharing
definitely.
it right away, so definitely your article is gonna be feature. Uh, so success. I want to ask: is there
Okay.
a particular word counts for us to consider when we are writing an article? Is there a
Okay.
particular word count that we should have in mind for us to get our article feature on
Feature snippet.
Google feature snippets. Yes.
Okay. Basically, according to a research by HubSpot recommend that um, to get your article featured on feature snippets, you should provide a direct answer of no more than 50 to 60 words. So a direct answer of no more than 50 to 60 words, because the feature snippet is not a whole article. You get me? So it's just
Mm.
an excerpt from the content. So it is advisable that you provide a distinct short answer to questions before you dive into further information, because you are not no site can decide um, no site can decide the exact topic or subtopic that Google will use as featured snippet.
Snippet.
There's no standard. There's nobody there. SEMrush cannot come up today and tell us that okay, the top subsection in this particular article will rank on featured snippet. It's not possible. So everybody just follow the strategies. Everybody just follow the step, and Google algorithm just scan through the index and look for relevant stuff, as in the site that dance to the tune the most, and rank the site for the features to be. But it is one of the best way to do is that if you are writing any subtopic and it has to do with a question, start the subsection by answering the question in a short format before you dive into further information. For example, if I'm talking about, for example, I spoke about the
I cannot hear you again. I can't hear you again. Success. Can you hear me? Okay, I can't hear you again from here. Can you hear? Is there anyone that can hear Success? If you can hear Success, please let me know on the comment section. Maybe it's my mic, but I cannot hear Success again. I can still hear you. I cannot hear you yet. Is there anyone that is still hearing Success? Yeah, sorry for the short for that break. So I believe you can still hear me. If you can hear me, please let me know in the comments. Just let me know you can hear me. You can hear me. And thank you very much for joining us today. So we hope Success will come up very soon. So let me know while we are waiting for Success. Let me know where you are joining us from, so that I can give a shout out.
okay, can
Yes,
you
I
hear me
can
now?
hear you now, loud and clear.
Okay.
Loud and clear.
Yeah, okay, that's good. So
I can hear you.
I think I was trying to come on, I forgot my lines. I was trying to analyze something. You asked a question.
Yes, I asked about the word counts.
Okay, yeah. So
We are speaking to word
I said
counts.
something that once you are writing, for example,
Mm.
especially when it's a question, a subsection that has to do with maybe an headline that's a question. Ensure before you provide further information, you provide direct, distinct answer to the question. You get me? So also, if you are giving your point, it's also advisable that you list out your points before you explain them, because these are strategies to ensure that you rank on feature snippets. So before, for example, you want to talk about the 10 best tools, before you explain the 10 tools, you can list them out from maybe number one to list them out, then you pick them one by one and explain. So if you also if it's a question you want to answer, is a question that is a subheading, ensure you provide short, maybe 50 to 60 words of a detailed answer, a direct answer to the question. So by doing this, you can rank for feature snippet.
So, Success. There's a concern
Okay.
right there to what you've said. Um, you know, writing when you're writing for article, so we believe that you got to go depth into what you are writing, right? You have to
Yes.
write a lot about it. You have to make your article to be very robust. So while we are trying to make our article very robust, and and what you said now is that when you're writing for feature snippets, you make sure that we are giving short what's it called, information or about the topic
No,
we are
no, no, no,
writing
no,
about.
no. Don't get me wrong. Like what I
Okay.
said, what I'm trying to say is that before you proceed
Okay.
further in a subheading, ensure that you start with a short, direct answer to a question. You can,
Okay.
a subheading can cover up to 500, 600, 700 words. You
Mm.
get me? But start by providing a direct answer to the question. You get me? So, for
Okay.
example,
Right.
a subheading on what is an SEO API. I can write 400, 500 words on that. But before I move into the full information, I have to provide a direct answer to that question at the first sentence of that
Got it.
subheading. So with
Got it.
that, Google can pick it out and rank it for featured snippets. So that's the point I was trying
Okay.
to make.
Great. 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 Very clear now. So does that mean that when we are writing for with the aim that we want our article to feature on feature snippets, does that mean
Okay.
that we should focus more on paragraph type of feature snippets?
No, they are different.
Okay.
I told you they are
Okay.
different forms
Okay.
of.
According to your, I mean, to your, with your expertise, with your years of experience, which
Okay.
type of feature snippet could you advise, and how could we go about ensuring that, oh, I'm writing, how could we go about it? Yeah, shortly.
Okay. Features. Your the type of content you provide for the feature snippet depends on the topic. You
Okay.
get me? Depends on
Right.
the topic or depends on the topic. A subheading on what is an SEO API. I can't give lists. I can't list. It can't
Mm,
be the answer can't be listicles.
right.
You get me? So it has to be in paragraph form. So maybe or a question on how to find your top sub competitors. Definitely that can also be a paragraph, but it is advisable to list the points since you want to since they are point how to find strategies to find. So I can provide a list. So your the content for your feature snippet depends on the topic you you
All
want to
right.
write on. So that's it.
Great, great, great. I love that.
Thank
Thank you
you.
very much for shedding more light to that.
Thank
So, writing for feature snippets, SEO, writing for SEO,
Okay.
I believe SEO writer, they have a lot of tools inside their bag. There's a lot of tools. Could you, so
Hundreds.
beside, you mentioned SME Rush. So what are
Yeah.
other tools that we could that our audience could actually use, to ensure their article feature on feature snippets?
Okay. I
What are
started
tools?
by
Yeah.
definitely you have to get a tool that can provide questions related to the topic you are covering. And that's why I started by mentioning a tool like Answer the Public and peoplealsoask.com. These tools they scrap out questions around a particular topic. So these two tools are one of the best, I wouldn't say
Answer
the
the
best
public.
tools for ranking on because they scrap out questions people ask. They scrap out the questions, they give you for example, a tool like answer the public.com. Answer the public gives you questions people are asking on a particular topic. The answer the public will give you the search volume of that question. It will give you the keyword difficulty of that question. It will also give you the CPC of that question. That is the cost per click of that. So it provides a detailed so it's just like the tool provides. That's one of my best tools for getting questions for feature snippet. The tool provide questions and it also provide like a mini keyword research. Do you get me? So I can
Hmm.
go through the questions and I know the questions that have a low search volume, the questions that has low or high keyword difficulty. You get me? So from there I can pick at random relevant ones, but that are kind of that has a level of potential to rank them. I mean, you get what I'm trying to say. So it's just like these tools, a tool like SEMrush, SEMrush, answer the public, scrap out questions, and also give a mini keyword research on that question. So also another tool you can use is SEMrush, analyzing using SEMrush and Ahrefs to check keywords of your competitors that are ranking for feature snippets. Yes. So if you know a list, if for example, if I want to write an article for if I want to write an article for Forbes, and and I know that my competitor, maybe my competitor is a small website with maybe like 30 domain authority, because I know that
Mhm.
Forbes has a high domain authority. So if I analyze my competitors and I discover that my competitor that is ranking for feature snippet, I can get the question, I can scrap out the question the competitor used and write that same question and answer the same answer even more in a good way. And with that, because I'm using a site with a higher domain authority, I can beat that smaller site and rank on the feature
Mm.
statement. So analyzing your competitor, especially if you have
Mm.
a good website, either you have a good website or not, but especially if you have a good website with high domain authority, you have a better advantage. So analyzing your competitors' keywords that are already ranking for feature snippet is also a good way. It's always a good way to get to rank on feature snippet. And tools like SEMrush, Ahrefs, Moz, I think Moz also works with that. Uber suggests too. But the best, very easy to use, are SEMrush and Ahrefs. They scrap out keywords that are already ranking for feature snippets. But the best for generating questions for feature snippets is to use Answer the Public or peoplealsoask.com, because these tools provide questions people are already asking around the topic. And a tool like also Answer the Public, we also provide a mini keyword research on those questions.
Cool. So,
Yeah.
success, does that mean that, okay, you mentioned Shemros and Ahrefs. So, I want you to, speak more into that for our
Okay.
audience to understand more. These two
Okay.
that you have
Now,
mentioned, are they free? Are they free? Like, can we use them free? And if they are pay, is it advisable to go for pay version, or we can still do a lot of things with the free version?
okay. Number one, so much offer if I think it's now 10 times free trial. You can make a search 10 times. But however, the level of the depth at which you will use the tool will be limited. So you can it's actually advisable. It is advisable to go for the paid version if you have the money, if you have the financial capacity. Because I think someone says like SEMrush is over $230 monthly. And
Monthly.
the age,
Mm.
yeah, so age, I guess AHS is kind of, I can't remember the exact price, but these tools are expensive, but they are valuable. But even because we are on, this is live, but also there are platforms that this group buy. I don't know if you heard about them, group buy
Mhm.
platforms.
Mhm.
Yes, these platforms are also, you get me? So you can have a group buy. The way these platforms work, maybe like 10, 50 people will buy it too and they will share it and miss themselves. So if you have group buy platform, if not because they didn't pay me, I should advertise some of them on your platform, but they didn't pay for that. So go online, search for
We can share
so
with
go
our
online.
audience. Of course, it's going to be beneficial.
Okay. So you can use a platform like groupseo2s.com. You can use a platform like toolsbuy.com. Toolsbuy.com is tollzbuy.com. So these are,
Okay.
I use toolsbuy.com because toolsbuy is very cheap and it's offered. However, toolsbuy does not offer good buy for AHFs, but SEMrush, Moves, Uber Suggest, come on, that tool is, the platform offers good buy for those tools. So I use SEMrush because I don't want to, I'm not earning $1 million yet. So I have to so for now I use the good buy to use SEMrush for my SEO analysis and the likes.
Right. The tools by spell T O.
toolzbui.com.
Okay.
Toolsby.com.
ZBUY dot.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can go for any of the
I
plans.
want to share that in
Okay,
our.
okay.
Okay. I want to share that with the people in the comments. So this is choose by.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So thank you for that.
Okay.
Success. Where you were speaking about the on your last, our talk, you spoke about domain authority. That to get your article on feature snippet, you don't have to rely on writing article with a low angling fruit keywords. You have to look at, your website has a very good domain authority, right? So does that mean that
Okay.
domain authority is also part of the factor for our article to feature on feature snippets?
We can't deny the fact that backlinks is a crucial ranking factor. So the principle behind domain authority and domain rating like this is the level of backlinks that a site has. So, and one of the core, even though Google is already deranking the value of backlinks in recent time, but nevertheless, backlinks is a crucial factor that is being used in ranking. So a site, definitely a site with a higher domain authority, for example, a site with a domain authority as high as 80, 70, Google believes that such a site provides valuable information. You get me? So before a site
Hmm.
can have a domain authority of 70, 80, it's not, it can't be a new site. It has to be a site that will be providing relevant information, creating relevant posts for a long time that people, even authoritative sites, are actually linking to that platform, to that site. So with that, you are building the domain authority, building the domain. So Google uses backlinks, and then I explained that backlinks is the principle behind domain authority and the like. So Google uses a site with higher backlinks, higher domain authority to rank. That's why I gave the example, the example I gave the other time, that if I analyze my competitor for a particular keyword and I want to write an article for Forbes has an higher domain authority. If I discover that the site ranking for feature snippet has maybe a lower domain authority, I can create the same subtopic, optimize the same keyword, and provide a direct answer for that topic and outrank the platform
Hmm.
or that site ranking on the feature snippet because I have Forbes as a higher backlinks profile. You get me? So Google believes that a platform with a site with higher backlink profile is more authoritative and more valuable. But nevertheless, backlinks is losing its power in recent time. Google is pushing valuable content. In the recent helpful content update, Google says that they prioritize content written for people. So that's it. Content written for people. Content written for people. So Google is pushing search intent. Search intent is gaining more power in recent times. So if you
Hmm.
even though you are a small website, if you can push out valuable content, you stand the higher chance to beat your competitors. Yes.
Cool. 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 Great.
Yeah.
So success. Can you speak to what are common mistakes that people should avoid when you are writing for feature snippets?
Okay, one of the common mistake is not providing a direct answer, not providing direct answers to the question or to the subheading in the first sentence. If it's a paragraph, if you want to, it's a paragraph feature snippet. One of the mistakes people do is that they don't provide direct answer to the question in the first paragraph. I mean, the first sentence. Some people do that in the second. Some people give share story at the beginning. You are writing what is an SEO API, and you are talking about I went to the market and the market saw API and API does this and blah blah blah. So it was now in the second paragraph you are not giving the answer. Come on, that's that's obvious. So from the first paragraph, on the first sentence, provide a direct answer to the question if it's a paragraph form of feature statement. Now, another mistake people make is that they mismatch content for how would I put this? They mismatch content for subheadings So
Okay.
let me explain like this. Let me explain like this. Okay, if you want to write, you're writing a subtopic on strategies to do so and so. Now, the best thing is to provide the listicle, a list. Provide a list of the
Mm-hmm.
strategies first. Now, some people just start by saying stories. No. When you're talking about the top strategy or so step by step stuff to do this, before you delve into expanding your point, firstly list out your point. If you list out your point, you stand a chance of ranking on the featured snippet. So these are the two major mistakes people make. Not number one, not providing direct answer for paragraph forms of featured snippet, and also mismatching content for subheadings. Like instead of providing a paragraph content, they are providing a list. Instead of providing an image or an infographic for his stuff, so a mismatch. So you have to understand the subtopic and understand the best type of content that match that subtopic. So with that,
Cool.
we start the
Cool.
class.
Cool. So uh, with the emergency and the rise of the voice search success,
Okay.
so sometimes when you search on Google, and it mostly happen to how to kind of search. It just has happened
Okay.
to when I was search like how to do something. We'll see
Okay.
sometime it is video that will come up. So we've been speaking. I mean, we've done justice to texts, right? That is
Okay.
paragraph feature snippets as least feature snippets.
Mm.
What could you say about the video feature snippet as well? I've seen some
Yeah.
instance where it's video that come up, it's not text.
Yes, yes. Now, for stuff like that, I explained something the other time that one of the mistakes people make is that they don't match the best content for a question. You get me?
Mm.
Now, if you for a question like how to, maybe how to bake a cake. Now, it is advisable to either start, it might not even start. It's advisable if you have a detailed video on how to bake a cake, you can
Mm.
upload it in your content. So Google can pick that video and rank it for feature snippet. Or otherwise, you can provide a list of the steps to bake a cake in your article, and Google can pick that and rank for. So it depends on if you have videos, definitely. And also one of the best ways also is using infographics. For example, maybe how to bake a cake, and you have an infographics on how to bake a cake, and it's well optimized. The text in the infographics are keyword optimized, and like Google can pick that infographic and rank it for feature snippet. Or if you have a video on how to do some, especially how to subheadings, how to questions, if you have a video on that, you can upload them in your article and give further explanation, and Google can pick them. So definitely for videos, videos will rank for feature snippet on questions, how to do something,
Mm.
step by step guide to
Right.
do this, and the likes like that. And even with the rise of voice search, I wrote an article. I wrote an article today on mobile and desktop search result, and I was talking about um, voice search optimization. And I was reading a few stats this afternoon how voice search has dominated everywhere, and people are actually using voice search right now. So you have to rank, you have to optimize your content also for voice search. And one of the best way to do this is to provide videos, provide infographics, and optimizing non-tech keywords. That's not for today. Maybe some other time.
Cool, cool, cool. Thank you very much for that success. And so I'm wondering, right? Like, I what I know is that Google bots try to mostly um, serve texts mostly. They serve people texts, right? So I'm
Okay.
wondering, is it that Googlebot also has access to the video we upload on our website for it to surf it on the feature snippets? Or we
Definitely.
have to optimize the video with we have to optimize the alt text of a video or something for it to be featured on feature snippet.
Okay, definitely. Every content video is also a content. That's just the
Mm.
fundamental knowledge. So yeah, video is also a content. So every content that you upload on Google or your site, and you submit for indexing, Google bot has to crawl the content. So one of the best way, that's why you find that when you make some when you make some search on Google, sometimes they provide YouTube videos. You see
Yes.
YouTube videos. Now, the reason why those YouTube videos are ranking on the first page is because those YouTube videos are properly keyword optimized. They are properly optimized for their keywords. So today is not for if you watch videos on YouTube optimization, they tell you to optimize your content, you optimize your keywords very well. Because if you optimize your keywords well in your video, you also stand a chance to rank on Google search results for that. So definitely, if you upload your content, upload your video content, ensure that the hot test is well. You provide detailed description of what you're uploading, ensuring that you're optimizing your keywords too in the hot test, and provide just make make it descriptive and keyword optimized, because Google crawls all content, and definitely content that matches search intent and content that are keyword optimized also. Google still use keyword optimization for ranking. So content that are keyword optimized to also stand a chance to rank for feature snippets.
Great, great, great. So,
Yeah.
thank you very much for your time. And
Oh,
if you are just joining us, this is DMI Show. So, sponsored by DMI Digital Marketing Agency. And today we are looking at how to write a content for Google Feature Snippets. So, if you have any question, so as we are rounding up, please do well to put them in the comments so that we can ask Mr. Success before we draw a curtain on this show tonight. So if you have any question, please do ask in the comment section so that we can ask our guest today. So I have one more question here.
okay.
Success. Yeah. Sometime when you search on Google, right?
Okay.
And it's mostly happened to how to yes, mostly happened to me when you are do how to do this. And you saw some results, some websites that feature on feature snippets. I mean, how to maybe how to um what example should I use now? How to
You have to bake a cake.
uh no, I don't want to use that. How to sorry, maybe someone that has pot belly, right? And you want to, how to lose pot belly, something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
And I've discovered sometime that most of the results that actually come out on the feature snippet, when you read that feature snippet, it's just short answer, right? And sometimes
Yeah.
it might not actually capture all you need, but at least it will give you a perspective to what you are looking for. I've
Yes.
discovered that when you click on the site from where the feature snippet is being shown, the
Okay.
site are not usually, in my experience, they don't usually give context into the topic I'm looking for. It is when you now scroll down to the fourth site or third site that you find a better article. And this happened to me when I'm looking for when I'm trying to debug an issue in WordPress.
Okay.
And Whoopee Beginner is actually one of the best, my go-to
Yeah.
websites.
Yes.
And
Yes.
most time, it's not Whoopee Beginner website that will show up on Google Snippets, right?
Feature snippet.
But
Yeah.
Feature Snippet, Whoopee Beginner will be like the third on the fourth results.
Mm.
And because of that, I have to leave the site that provided that is shown the feature snippet and go and do my thing on the on the side that on Whoopee Beginner, which is
Maybe
actually like
beginner.
in the fourth or in the third, yeah, in the third search results. So what I've discovered is that the site that actually show. So this is my question. What I discovered is that the site that actually show on the feature snippets, they don't have more detailed information, but yet Google show them on feature snippets. They feature them on feature snippets. Why the
Yeah.
site with that put context to my
Okay.
question? They don't show them on Featured Snippet. I mean, what happened? What is going on there? I want you to share more light on
Now,
it.
it's a simple thing. Uh, the feature
Right.
snippet is showing up for the question, not
Mm,
the whole topic. You get me? A
mm,
site can optimize a page for one question, can provide a detailed answer to the question, but the site is not providing a full context on the topic. So the site showing up for feature snippets might be the only site that provide direct answer to the question on that topic. However, the
mm.
site might not provide a
Interesting.
full context. You get me? It might not provide a full context on the topic, but provided a direct answer on that question you asked. You get me? So the it's not, it's just a simple trick. If you can follow the procedure, you have the result. So those sites actually provided the, definitely I believe so much. They provided, maybe they just provided a direct answer. Maybe you asked on what, how to upload an image on WordPress. So the site, they stated clearly in their page that do this and do this and do this. However, they might not provide the full context. They might not, maybe other sites are talking about common mistakes on uploading content. Like other sites are doing that, but they didn't do, maybe they didn't cover the whole stuff, but they just provided,
Mm,
but they optimized that, they provided direct answer for that question. And so, in as much they are the only one that did that well, they can also, Google can shoot them up. Another factor again is the factor of domain authority, backlink profile. You find out that backlinks, the backlink profile of a site sometimes deceives Google. It deceives Google because Google believes that a site has a high backlink profile. That means the site is out. Hey, come on, my power is off right now.
so
Oh,
we
but basically, let me wrap it up with this.
round up. Yeah.
So, so a site can have a strong backlink profile, but not provide the full context on the topic. So you get me. So
Yes.
Google can just leverage, can say, okay, because they have a strong backlink profile, let us push them up. You get me? So maybe it's other
Mm,
smaller sites that provided the full context on that wall because they have a smaller domain authority. They don't have a strong backlink profile. Google ranks them. So that's it.
mm. Great, great. So the gist here is that the site that provide a direct answer to your search,
Yes.
they might not give that context, but they provide a direct
Yes.
answer,
Direct
accurate
answer.
to that
Yes.
very question. Great, great, great. That is mind blowing. Thank you very much for sharing all that success. So, could you tell our audience where they can follow you, where they can read more about, the work you do, and where they can learn more about SEO? Could you tell our audience so that as we are wrapping up?
Okay. Then you can follow me. I post on LinkedIn. You search for, when you search for Success Olagboye on LinkedIn, you find me on LinkedIn. You find me on Twitter, Success Olagboye also on Twitter. On Facebook, you search for Success Right. On Facebook, you search for Success Right, you find me. I post, I share SEO content, SEO strategies, I create writing tips. I share them often, especially on LinkedIn. LinkedIn, Success
LinkedIn.
Olagboye, Twitter, Success Olagboye, and on Facebook, Success Right. And yes, we are good to go.
Great. So thank you very much, Mr. Success. If you are
You're
joining us for
welcome.
the first time or you are watching this replay, do well to follow DMI Digital Marketing Agency LinkedIn on Twitter, Facebook, as well as our YouTube channel. So we'll be drawing curtains, to this show today until next Saturday. So thank you very much for joining, and thank you very much for your time, Mr. Success.
You're
So
welcome.
and bye for now. I'll see you later. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you
Bye
so
bye.
much. Have a nice time.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Thank you.